guys, welcome back to Delusional Diaries Podcast. I'm Halley.
I'm Jaz. Oh, so good to see you.
So good to see you.
We spent the weekend apart.
Kind of the whole week.
Yeah, that's so true. We really did.
Yeah.
Like, I needed a break from you. It was just too much.
I needed a break from life after fucking Miami and that travel day.
Guys, I'm going to be so for real. I know we talk about blacking out on here and we always are like, oh, we use the term loosely. We don't do that. I did that. On Friday in Miami. Keep in mind, like, ever since dry January, my tolerance has just, like, been much lower. And I haven't really gone out. Like, we have, but I've gotten sick from barely drinking. This time, I had quite a bit to drink.
I don't think you had that much. I just think it's a dangerous game to dabble in the martinis no matter what.
Espresso martinis were my drink of choice.
And you started with like 3, which I feel like is a scary...
And honestly, I was blacked out after those 3. Yeah. I'm going to be so for real because the next day I'm asking Halley, like, I'm trying to put the pieces together. I'm like, what happened? We went to dinner and I had those drinks. Apparently, we went to another dinner.
And she didn't know.
I have zero recollection of this other dinner. And I know I was blacked out because I don't remember, number 1. Number 2, because I ate an oyster. Guys, I am the pickiest eater of all time. And Reed said that it would build our friendship up if I ate it. Mm-hmm. So I did.
Yeah. You were talking to Reed that entire second dinner, like the entire 45 minutes, and Bran at one point looks and goes, "Are they gonna fuck?" And I was like, I don't really know. But
because I don't even know what we were talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but
well, that makes it sound like
No, they weren't gonna fuck. She was like asking him if he wanted, like you kept asking, like, will you have children?
I was trying to talk them into having children at the same time as me.
Yeah. But it was really funny regardless. I don't really think you weren't really acting like you were acting drunk, but you weren't acting like, I don't think I would not have known that I was like, oh, if you told me the next day, like, she's not going to remember this, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I went for like 4 more hours after my point of being blacked out. I had energy. It was the caffeine, I guess.
Yeah, we were out till like 3 a.m., but like we literally just went to 2 dinners and then went to the hotel bar and stayed there for like
and
hours.
Just like chatted. And one thing about me, I'm nosy as fuck. I met Kennedy for the first time in person. I had some questions. I got some answers. I don't recall the questions I was asking, but I was informed the next day of the questions that I was asking.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. Like, I have questions for people.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to ask them, especially after multiple drinks.
Not. But we did have a lot of fun with Kennedy and Bran.
Yeah. The group chat we started after this trip was my new favorite group chat.
Yeah. Really fun.
Like, everyone's just hilarious. Like, I always get nervous meeting people like you're kind of mutuals with online and what they're going to be like in person. But you get what you see online.
Well, I think that's where the whole vibe of like people are rude, people are fake, all of that comes in. Is there are some people that online, they act very like bubbly and whatever, and then they're just not that way in person. Maybe they're just shy, maybe they have anxiety, or maybe they're just a bitch. But I think that's where it comes into play, where people are like disappointed by their experience meeting somebody because they feel like, oh, you're not like you are online.
You had a whole played out idea in your head of what you expected. And you think
they're going to be a certain way and then they're not. I think that can lead to a lot of times where necessarily half the time it's not even rude. They're just not the same as they are online. And I don't find that rude. But like with Kennedy and Bran and us, I feel like we are the same. Kennedy and Bran specifically are just so similar.
They're just so authentic too. Yeah. Like they're both just open books and so authentically themselves. And it was just so fun to watch them go like tit for tat the entire time with their stories and just like, they're so quick with it, how funny they are. Just, I laughed so hard that entire weekend.
No, 100%. But like, I think that's where you're like, oh, wow, you get so like pleasantly surprised when somebody is the same online and in person.
Yeah.
And I feel like that trip, Katie Ritchie too. Yeah. Love her. She's really funny.
Just building those connections is just great. Like, you never really know, you have an idea of what a trip may be like based off who's going, but you don't really know until you're actually there experiencing things.
That was also one of those trips where like respectfully, like, this sounds bad, but I'm like, Reed didn't need to be there. Like, I always like, oh, he would love to go to F1 or something, so I'll like bring him and everything. And a lot of times I do have like more fun when Reed is there just because obviously like whatever. But I'm saying that's one of those trips where I could have just had a girls trip and it would have been so fine. But I feel like sometimes you never know like who's going to be invited or what. Also F1 is like a more gender neutral sport, where sometimes it's like a brand trip is very, very girls oriented, you know? Mm-hmm. But
it was fun to see everyone interact though, and just like I laughed so much that weekend. I had such a fantastic time.
I feel like I didn't even talk to the guys. I literally was just talking to Kennedy and Bran.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And it was so funny too because Vidya was there as well.
Yeah.
And like we're talking like crazy stories of like being in our 20s, and she's like asking for like more details and like asking for clarification. Yeah. And it's just like she's just like her jaw is dropping further and further throughout the entire time. And well, she's so great. She's so sweet.
I love her. She's so sweet.
She's awesome. We had a great time. Genuinely, I will say a group that you curate really determines how good a trip is. Yeah. And that trip was such a great group of people. I met a bunch of new people, and it made for a fantastic trip.
Yeah. 100%.
The brand and everything the brand that we were with and everything obviously was fantastic too, but the experience that you have, I think, is really determined by the people you're surrounded with.
90% of the time it's about vibes. Like you could literally take me with that group to like Oklahoma and I would have a fantastic time. I always say I hate Miami because I do really, 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 really fucking hate Miami. Yeah. But I've had some pleasant experiences there. Like the last time I was there, I was with Tresemme as well and for Eras Tour, and I did actually have like a great trip. I just don't like Miami. I don't know. It just we
didn't really do anything in Miami. Like we didn't like go to a club. We were just at restaurants, like drinking, chatting, vibing at the hotel bar, drinking, chatting, vibing.
I had like a totally, totally good experience. But it's like, to me, listen, still invite me on the brand trips. Like I'm coming. But I'm saying like I would never be like, oh, I really want to go to Miami this weekend. But there are people that really are like that.
Like Danielle.
Yes.
She's like, get me to Miami.
Maddie is like that. Like so they're just like, oh, I want to go to Miami. I'm like, there is not a time. If there's an event going on there, I'm happy to go there. But I'm saying like, I'm never just like, oh, really want to go to Miami. Yeah. Like, I don't care. It is, I understand the appeal. It's like easy to get to from New York and everything. I don't know, but did have a really good time. However, I literally after my travel day in Miami, I was like, no one asked me to go fucking anywhere for like a minute. Yeah. Like we should have, it's not our fault, honestly, because the Newark stuff just started. People are like commenting like, why'd you fly into Newark?
Like, do you think I knew months ago?
Yeah, like this was booked months ago and that just started to.
And by the time you try to find an alternative, everything in alternative airports are sold out. Like,
yeah. Let's start at the beginning, actually, of our bad travel experience.
Well, so that's like boring. We just like, everyone knows it was bad.
What?
Like, I feel like we have other things like talking about like the planes.
What planes?
Like the things getting delayed and stuff?
I was just going to quickly say that we tried to get to the airport, which I've never had this happen in my entire life, where my flight gets delayed. I know people say, oh, your flight they can always put it back to the original time. And I get that. But every single time I've ever been delayed in my entire life, it's gotten pushed more and more and more and more and more. And they delayed our flight like 2.5 hours going to Miami or whatever. And then we like rushed to get to the airport because they end up putting it back at the original time. I should have just known that we were going to be fine, honestly, because then like whatever, we just didn't end up taking off for hours after. And the AC doesn't fucking turn on the planes until you take off. So we're like sitting there hot, sweltering. And then on the way back, I got to the airport at like literally 7 a.m. And then they delayed my flight because I got on an earlier flight, but then they end up delaying it so fucking late that I sat in the airport for like 7 hours. And the Miami airport is probably the worst place I've ever been in my literal entire life. Like, why is it so bad? Why is there nothing there? I mean, I was probably in a bad terminal.
In a bad terminal, yeah.
But still, like, I mean, yeah, I was not where like the Amex Lounge.
In the main terminal, yeah.
But horrible. Like the options were literally fucking Subway and Starbucks.
Not too much of my girl.
I ate the Subway, but like, did I want to? No. I wanted just like a good coffee. I was like, what the fuck? Like, put a Pura Vida in here. Anyway, don't like Miami airport at all. But.
Period. My travel day wasn't that great either, but I'm just happy to be home. I'm also apparently with child. I went to see my shoe guy this week. He's so sweet. He happened to point out that I put on some weight. He thought I was pregnant. Granted, I'm the biggest defender of him. Like, no one else can say this to me and would I be okay with it. But I saw him like a few months ago and I told him the wedding was coming up soon and he asked like when I'm going to have kids. And I was like, oh, soon. Like, so he just kind of expected me to be pregnant again, like when I saw him next. And I went there and he like saw my stomach and I just ate lunch. I will say I did look pregnant. I got home, looked in the mirror in this dress I was wearing.
If someone you even kind of disliked a tiny bit said this to you,
I'm like, you're a
this
cunt.
would be the end of the world.
It would be, 100%.
This man gets like the free pass.
He does.
Regardless.
He's such a sweet old man. I could have corrected him also, but like he was so excited for me. He was hugging me. He was like, yes, like, yay, like, can't wait, where? He was so excited.
Like,
I wasn't going to run on his parade.
I know he didn't have bad intention, but at the end of the day, it's bizarre unless someone is so violently visibly pregnant. I think it's bizarre to say that.
I did look violently visibly pregnant.
No, there's no way like a bloated stomach is confused by like a popped pregnancy belly.
It looked popped. Like
I do not think there's any way.
I will put on this dress when I get home and I will show you what it looked like. Because it looked... Anyways, he's a sweet old man. He's the nicest guy. It's like, I let him think I was pregnant. Next time I see him, I might actually tell him I lost the baby, which is a whole other situation. But...
That's crazy.
You know, he's so kind.
I don't think he had bad intention. I just think it's
but I didn't realize I accidentally had my phone out. Like, I must have like been pressing it in my pocket or whatever. And like, I caught him literally saying, oh, like, baby, you put on some weight.
And he touches her stomach. He's reaching to touch her stomach and go, you put on some weight. I literally was like, this is the craziest video I've ever seen. I would actually like have to walk out if somebody said that to me. You put on some weight touching your stomach is insane.
I might just lean into it, honestly. Like, guys, I have gained a lot of weight. Like, my wedding dress doesn't fit either. Like, but at the end of the day, it is Kevin's fault when you really think about it. Because, like, he makes all the food in the house. He feeds me.
Like, he's enabling it.
He literally is.
Yeah.
But I smoke a lot of weed. I get really bad munchies. I'm hungry. And who am I to not satisfy my cravings of food?
100%.
You know what? Like, I used to have an eating disorder. So, like, I think it's better this side of the spectrum.
100%.
But, like, will I get lipo? Probably. I'm just being so for real with you guys. Like,
yeah, I really don't think you need it, but...
It's not a matter of need. It's a matter of want. Okay. And a matter of the fact that I don't care to...
You can do whatever you would like with your body.
Stop eating the way that I do, and I don't care to exercise more frequently. So...
Period.
Do with that what you will.
Period.
I'm transparent. You can't be mad at me for that.
Speaking of exercising,
this is crazy, guys.
I go to Tracy Anderson, obviously, like you guys know, in New York, and like it's always like the same 3 teachers that rotate. They're like dancers, whatever. Great ladies. But I went to the Tracy Anderson in Watermill, which is like in the Hamptons. Went one day, great, fine, whatever. I book this class in the Hamptons is $75, which for one singular class, which is definitely crazy. The one in New York, everyone always complains about the Tracy Anderson pricing and stuff. I actually think like the Tracy Anderson pricing in New York, it's like $40 for a drop-in class, I think, which is, I know, expensive, but at the same time, for any drop-in class in the city, that's how much you're paying. Like a Soul Cycle is also $40. So it's not really that crazy of a price. But $75 is a lot for a fucking class. Anyway, $75 class, and it's labeled as a 50-minute class, I believe, like 50, maybe 60 max. It's like Saturday morning. I went once, like already there, so I was like, I felt like I knew what I was doing. I show up, I walk in. Tracy Anderson, like the actual woman, Tracy, is the teacher of this class. I'm literally sitting there, I'm like, is this a joke? Like, just seems crazy that she's here. And yeah, she was the teacher. It was like the scariest thing in my entire life because she's just, one, I swear to God, like that's how they come up with the routine for the week, was she was just doing whatever she fucking wanted. And I was just like watching it happen, and I was just like flailing around with her. But you know what? It was hard as fuck, and she slayed it, and I felt really good after. But the class did end up being also 90 minutes long, which is
insane.
Legit insane. Like, I signed up for an hour-long class, and it ended up being an hour and a half. But, like, I'm not going to question Tracy. So, like, I did it. But
I would have been like, see ya.
An hour and a half is super long for a heated, like, cardio-style workout. What?
Like, even, like, 20 minutes of this class, honestly, to me, be so for real, is fucking insane.
Yeah, I wasn't even like, by the end, I wasn't even like, honestly, the bands class we took that one day was probably harder than this class, but obviously for a super extended period of time. By the end, it wasn't even like, I was almost just like a little bored, if that makes sense. I was just like, there's no workout I ever want to be doing for an hour and a half, if I'm being honest. Like, I just don't have the attention span for that, even though this one keeps your attention pretty well, but still, I'm good with an hour in that class.
Those bands still haunt me. I'm going to be so for real.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was still kind of fun.
It is fun.
I think, honestly, had that class been cut in half and I wasn't dying towards the end, I think I would have enjoyed it. I probably would have been back by now.
I think if you just did the not bands one, you would actually like be fine. I just think the bands is really irritating to hold the
I
whole
did
time.
love that part.
Okay,
That's the thing. And it's just like by the end, I was like, I'm really tired.
Yeah, I get it.
I couldn't walk.
Like a cardio style workout.
Yeah.
So, but that's why I
Cardio's
like
not
it.
for me.
Yeah. I like to do it. I like to switch it up every once in a while because a lot of the workouts I do are not cardio based. So I like to get
it's good to have balance.
100%.
It's like I pick McDonald's and Taco Bell. It's all about balance.
Yeah. Can we get into my new segment of the week?
I would love to hear about this.
I haven't told her about this. I decided to, like witching hour. Like, have you heard that word?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's like a thing. People are like, oh, it's witching hour. But this is bitching hour.
Is that like voodoo shit?
I think it's just like when you're like on one, you're just like, oh, I'm in witching hour. Like, I'm sure there's like a real.
So like me 24/7?
Sure. Like, I'm trying to think like if. I don't even know how you describe witching hour.
Okay, no worries. We can go to bitching.
Yeah, but I'm changing it to bitching hour, which is like where we're just going to complain about things.
So this entire podcast.
But they're like,
but now there's a title.
It's like tiny. It's like little things where you're like, ugh, like you're fucking irritating for this. But it's like what people online would be like, this is a first world problem, like or something. And you're like, just let me complain. Like I'm totally aware bitching hour is fully like a first world problem. We're acknowledging this.
Okay, amazing.
We know it's a first world problem. Just let us complain. Okay. I had 2 things that happened this week that I would like to complain about.
Okay.
Don't take it that seriously. It's like really not that deep, but I'm going to complain about it because this annoyed me. First of all, I was in a workout class.
Oh.
And I totally respect in this workout class, like it doesn't say no phones, but it does say no filming. I've never filmed in this class myself ever because I'm not going to film people. And
you respect the rules.
I do. And people always try to come at me online like, oh.
They be tagging you. I'm like, you don't need, you're respectful.
I always block out anybody's face. And I don't even like to record anybody with them in the background just because I wouldn't like that either. Even if I knew it was going to be cropped out, I still just wouldn't want a video taken of me. So
I try to always, the rare times when I go to a class, I try to get the back corner somewhere.
100% if I'm going to film myself. But in this class, regardless, even if I don't have the back corner or like whatever, I just don't film myself. Or even if I do have the back corner, whatever. I don't film myself at these classes. However, my phone, this is not a pitch black workout class. It's darker in there, it's dimmer, but there's lights all over the ground and everything. I keep my phone just face up because I have stuff coming in all the time that it makes me, eases my anxiety to just like whatever. My phone is on a very dim setting, okay? It's just face up. And if I'm getting a call from like my manager, I'm going to step out of the class or something. So I just leave my phone up. My phone was just like, I hadn't touched it once, hadn't looked at it, had not gone on it, had not responded to a text. I wasn't on my phone. I just want to make that clear. This girl in the middle of the class looks over and goes, she grabs at my phone, like look.
Is this the instructor or just a girl?
Just a girl in the class.
This whole time, I thought it was an instructor.
No, if it was an instructor, fine. Like, honestly, like, I guess it's your class, even though this is crazy. A girl next to me literally reaches over to grab my phone and goes, mind if I flip this? Like, super rude. And I go, I was like, 1, don't touch it. Like, ask. And 2,
the way that this class would have stopped because I would have gotten a fight.
I'm like, I just think this is ridiculous. Like, I just feel like you're trying to nitpick at something to have a problem with because if it was not distracting you in the slightest, it's not like my phone was illuminating the whole room with brightness. Like, it was on the lowest setting. You had to be staring actively at my phone to be like, even noticing that it was on. You know what I'm saying? I was just like so irritated by this because I was like, don't fucking touch my phone. Like, that's just such a weird thing to do.
That would piss me off.
Who are you to say I can't have my phone faced up? Like, what do you mean? So that fucking pissed me off. And the whole time, this girl had an Apple Watch on too. I was like literally watching. I was like,
doing the same thing, bitch.
Your phone if your Apple Watch lights up one time.
Mind if I take this off?
I'm like, if your Apple Watch illuminates one time, best believe I'm going to say something. Anyway, that was my one complaint of the week.
Okay.
My other one.
Oh.
God, people just pissed me off this week. I had some yard work done at my house, and I have a tree that is in my yard. I would say maybe like the entirety of the tree is in my yard. There are maybe a couple roots that like ease into the border of, if we were looking at the survey, there could be some up for debate. Is this my yard or is this my neighbor's yard? But like, this tree is in my yard. Regardless, whatever. And these people have a literal fence too that blocks the tree from them. Like, it doesn't matter, whatever. So I was having like a driveway installed and stuff like that, and they were going to rip this tree out because it's a pretty old tree and it's probably a safety hazard. Like if there was a bad storm, like that thing could fucking snap and fall. And so we were going to have it ripped out. The neighbor stopped the landscapers and was like, this is my tree. It's my tree too. You can't rip it out. So the landscaper was kind of like, what do you want to do about this? And I like didn't care that much. I was just like, all right, like don't rip it out. Like really, what are you going to do if I ripped it out? Sue me over a fucking tree? Like you're not. But I was just like, I don't feel like even dealing with this, to be honest. I don't care that much about the tree being ripped out. So I was like, just don't rip it out. It's fine. That was fine. Nobody ripped the tree out. The landscaping is done. The neighbor literally has never introduced himself one singular time to me nor Reed. He goes up to Reed and goes, just so you know, like again, he goes, just so you know, that tree is also on our property. I'm like,
mind you, there's no hello, how you doing?
No.
Nice to meet you prior.
Motherfucker. Like, one, now I'm gonna rip the fucking tree out just because you said
Off
that.
of principle.
Like, what? Like, okay, fight me over it. Like, I don't know. I'm like, this is just crazy. Like, we already said we weren't ripping the tree out, and then you're gonna like, it was almost like a toxic masculinity thing to like, be like, this is my tree too. Like, oh my God. So that also pissed me off. Those are my bitching hour complaints. Do you have any?
I do. I didn't get a house.
Oh.
Again. I'm like, also like, this is like a pre-bitching hour type of thing because I make plans. Mm-hmm. Plans change. I'm known to change my mind. But in the moment when I give you a plan, I mean it.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm not a huge fan about with being so transparent on the internet is I get a lot of shit for changing my mind.
Yeah.
And I like to be open and like walk you through my process and like where I'm at with things. But then I get some shit for changing my mind sometimes.
You're allowed to change your mind.
I thank you. I am. So the point is I changed my mind again.
Okay. You're allowed to change your mind.
So I got a new apartment in the city this past week, which is great. Not the one I was originally getting. That one took fucking 3 months and I was like, I'm over your shit. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I got a new one, but I'm staying on the same street, thank God.
We're still neighbors.
We're still neighbors. And we might be double neighbors.
Do you care to elaborate?
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to jump in there.
Yeah.
I am looking at homes in your Halley. Bitches are going to hate this. Here's the thing. New Jersey, I'm going to live forever in New Jersey. And I realize a big reason why I'm having a hard time with the houses there is I have to see forever.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of weight on my shoulders with the whole forever thing. It's very overwhelming. But being neighbors with Halley out in the Hamptons, temporary.
Yeah.
Just an investment, like just chill vibes, you know? It's way less. This is your entire life here.
100%.
You know? So I did downsize apartments in the city. I haven't moved yet, but I did get a new apartment that's smaller in the city. So I can also have a set home and do both in the Hamptons. Haven't got a house yet. Lost out on one. Have another one. Hopefully, going to wrap that up in the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
But it also may not happen. I'm very detached from the situation because emotions just can't simply be involved at this point in time.
Yeah.
God forbid a girl has a best friend. 100%. I'm sorry you guys don't.
No, I think that I
spend a lot of time out there at her house, clearly. And it would be great to have our own space because we have dogs. And 100%. As much as it's nice to be in your space, our other friends are also in your space. So
100%.
And to be quite honest, I need a tax break.
Yeah.
So
it does help with the taxes.
That's where I'm at with that. Yeah. So that's my intention. Get your hate out now.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
No, I think it's obviously like you don't have to pay New York City taxes because my permanent residence is out there. So you don't have to pay those taxes, which is helpful.
We were comparing our taxes recently and these revelations were coming to me.
Yeah. And then also it's like nice to not you don't care about everything being perfect because that's how I felt.
It's temporary.
When I bought my house, even if I don't, like, I wasn't even thinking like, oh, this is super temporary for me. I was just kind of like, I'm not going to like.
I'm not saying like my entire lifeline forever.
Exactly. I was like that's why people ask like, oh, why don't you buy in the city? And like, I would love to, but ultimately like, I'm going to be so for real an apartment I want in the city in like Tribeca that I would like potentially have a child in would be like multiple $1 million.
Yeah, that's like a big commitment.
And like, I don't want to buy something that I'm not like, wow, I love this and I want to stay here for like the next 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just rent for right now, because it just is less commitment, because I genuinely don't think at this moment in time I could afford
what
I'm looking
want forever, which is my just with New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, this is a forever home. I'm staying here for my entirety of my life and my children. Like, that was just like a commitment. It was stressing me out.
It's
versus like here, it's like it's an investment. I'll get rid of it at some point. Like, I don't really care.
Like, you can rent it out. You can do a lot with it.
I'm not saying I don't really care. Like, I don't want. You get it. If you're listening, you fucking get it.
It's bitching hour. You're not allowed to judge.
I'm not explaining myself. But that's my plan.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that shit wrapped up.
So exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Other bitching hour. My dog is dead. Well, he's not dead. He's gonna be dead by the time this is out. My dog will be dead. Okay. My dog Louie. He's my pug. My mom's pug, but my pug. My 18th birthday present. He's like 10 years old. He got diabetes a few months back, and made him go blind. He fell into the pool a lot this past weekend. So my mom's putting him down this afternoon. I'm very upset about it.
That's really sad.
That's why I'm wearing black today.
Oh, you're mourning.
Yeah, I am.
I get that. That's really sad.
He's the best dog. He's so cute. I love him so much. It's just, he has to go. He's getting a Happy Meal today. I'm also very sad because I did try to go home. But thanks to Newark, there were no flights that were going to work for me because I have work things I have to do in the city this week. So very sad. I'm also just very sad for my mom because like that dog was also my mom's best friend, and she like runs with him every day, and she won't have that anymore. And she's had to just know that he's going to die in a couple of days and just stare at him all day.
Yeah, I can't imagine
which just that. Is so horrible. But I'm gonna get her a flight this summer to come hang out with my dogs.
That's
so
good.
That'll be good. But I'm just sad.
No,
And the other dog got put on my birthday a couple months ago, like in December, and now he's going down for my wedding. It's just like, can we pick better times for things?
Yeah.
Like, we're always picking like significant things in my life to let a dog pass, which 100%. Is not my vibe.
At least though, I do think like it'll be distracting that she'll have your wedding because like a good, like light, happy moment, so. But regardless, I can't even actually think about like my dogs one day. Like Finley's 3, which isn't even old, but I'm like, she's not even a puppy anymore. Like in my head, I got her 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Somehow I've acquired 3 dogs also in those 3 months. But yeah, horrible.
Fitz and Frank are in fantastic health. So I'm very appreciative of that. But I didn't realize like when I saw him at Christmas, I did the last time that I would see him.
Yeah.
So like that is also sad to me.
Yeah. My childhood dog got put down actually recently as well. Not that recently.
Patty?
Like, yeah, it was like, I guess, back in like maybe August or September. I mean, it was coming for a while as well, but then my parents immediately rescued a dog after, which I think can be helpful as well.
Yeah. My mom definitely won't because she's going to go to Alaska for summer and stuff. But she'll come see the Fitz and Frank and stuff. But just sad. My mom also thought I was fucking pregnant because like I posted that I was fat. Like this is giving like when Taylor Swift like put that scale in her music video. People were like, "You can't do that. You're not like you're not fat enough."
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel. My truth.
You can feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
like my point is she thought I went to the gynecologist also for my like yearly checkup last week, and she like assumed I was pregnant. I'm like, I'm sorry. If I was pregnant a week before my wedding, I would actually kill myself. I'm not even kidding.
That would,
if I can't party,
that would be the worst possible timing. Because at least if you were like in it to win it, and you were like, "I'm pregnant, yay!" Like that'd be one thing. But being so not far along, where you're not like popping where it's cute, you're just like a little bit whatever,
and you can't enjoy
and
the
you
fun.
Can't drink. That would definitely be like really, really, really ass.
That would so kill my vibe.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna kill something else
or the baby. I mean, I can say that.
It's your body, your choice.
Thank you. Yeah, so got my eyebrows microbladed. They're looking much better.
Yeah, they look amazing.
They were really scary at first. They were really dark. And she was like, "You're going to be really scared." And I was like, "I'm actually really scared now that you're saying this." But it's fine. It worked out. I'm very happy with them. But it was jarring.
The shape is way better.
Yes, I feel really good about that. I brought up previously episodes ago that my therapist had asked like, "Are you ready to be a wife?" And I didn't really understand what that meant. Mm-hmm. And I most recently just realized what that meant because my sister-in-law is pregnant and I have to go to her baby shower.
Oh yeah.
Not that we have beef or anything. We're good, but it's like Kevin doesn't come to those things. I'm like, I have to go because I am part of this family now.
Yeah.
And there's also like another like a wedding shower. There's so many things that I have to go to that Kevin's not welcome at.
Yeah.
That is what being a wife is.
Yeah, it is
that
crazy.
I didn't ever. I was like, I don't know what that would even. Obviously, there's more things to being a wife. Like those things I never even crossed my mind or considered, and now I'm like responsible for doing those things. Which I mean, I like everyone in the family. Like it's just I didn't consider.
It's a little anxiety-inducing also because I feel like you always want to be on your best behavior around like family and stuff. I don't know. Like I'm not trying to get like blacked out at a baby shower or something.
I might
in front of.
I'm kidding.
Whatever it is, it's also just like even on.
I just don't like not having a comfort person with me somewhere.
100%.
That's my thing. Which adjustment. But like, I'm excited.
No, yeah, it's even an.
I'm going to be an aunt.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy because I don't have siblings that I speak to, so like I wouldn't be an aunt otherwise. So
yeah, I feel that way about like I just don't have if like I have like my close. What's that like?
What?
My actual family, like mom, dad, brother, we're all good and tight and like good family. Outside of that extended family, like, nah. Like, do I have cousins? Yeah. Do we talk to them? No. One of them literally punched me in the face one time.
Period.
So like we don't chat like that. So I don't have like, I mean, I have like a grandma and stuff that we see and I'm cool with and everything. Love my grandma. But besides that, like we don't have like an extended family where I'd have like a wedding and invite everybody and it'd be so magical. But like Reed does have like a real like solid family relationship with everybody. So it's like interesting to go back. He's like, here's my cousins. They're coming over for dinner. And I'm like, oh, what?
It's just like different.
Yeah.
It's different when you don't have that like on your own. Spring is in full bloom on DraftKings Casino. New offers and promos are sprouting up daily. Right now, new players can play $5 on anything and get 350 casino spins instantly on a featured slot game.
Download the app and sign up with code DIARIES. Take the featured slot for a spin and explore thousands of others in the DraftKings game library. Check back daily to claim the hottest offers and promos on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for a feature game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends June 15th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's no secret that our men cook for us. Kevin cooks for me. Reed cooks for Halley. But I do like to think that I do contribute by getting us HelloFresh. And it's been so convenient because Kevin's always like, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? And I'm like, pick a HelloFresh meal. There's plenty of options in the fridge.
Yeah, I especially loved using HelloFresh when I was single because it genuinely was the only thing that I could cook. And I love that everything comes portioned out so you don't have to waste a bunch of ingredients because I just hate grocery shopping and trying to find everything. It's actually the worst. Yeah, I hate wasting food, so I love that you can just make HelloFresh. It's super easy and nothing goes to waste.
And HelloFresh has new ready-made meals that offer chef-crafted, flavorful dishes that are ready in just 3 minutes. So you can dig in and get outside, get work done, or just get in some me time.
Every HelloFresh meal uses high-quality ingredients, including seasonal fresh produce and proteins that travel from the farm to your doorstep. So feel great with meals that fit into your spring schedule and make the season even more delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/delusional10FM now to get 10 free meals with a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as a discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan.
Have you decided what you're going to do for your hair and makeup for the wedding? This is going to come out. Will it come out like the day before your wedding, basically? Because it'll come out next week.
Yeah.
So it'll come out like 2 days. But your rehearsal party will be tomorrow for listeners.
That's so true.
Or welcome party.
Time. I know I've said time flew by.
Yeah. No, it's definitely
I don't understand. And every single day up until the wedding, I'm busy. I have something going on. Like it is going to fly by even further. Can't believe it's finally here. All my dresses are here.
It's good.
Yeah. My hair. I'm just going to like this, and then it's going to be curled.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're not watching the YouTube version. That's not helpful, but look it up.
A little front piece tuck.
Yeah.
Hair down.
Mm-hmm. Then.
Makeup.
Yeah, I got a makeup trial, just adjusting a few things like blush colors and stuff. And then I'm going to do my own makeup and hair for the welcome party because it's just small family vibes.
Would you describe your makeup as full glam? Or would you?
If you put a lash on, that is full glam to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's like my definition. if you have makeup on, like regular face makeup and like everything like with a lash, that is full glam to me.
I think it's full glam. I think there's levels of full glam where it's like, oh, like she has a dark smoky eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I think,
I'm not doing like really
no, yours is a
light.
yours is a soft glam, full glam.
Okay, love that.
Like it's full glam. Like is your face like beat? Yes, but does it look cakey and like you have a lot of makeup on? No, it's a soft glam.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to. I'm super excited to see my family, like my grandparents. Like I can't wait to see them.
Yeah,
and just like get ready in the morning and just like chat. I got everyone Skims PJs, so like they're all blue.
cute.
That'll be cute. And just like getting ready, like that's crazy.
Would you be mad if at some point at your wedding, a guest that you're like close with, like a friend, like after once dinner's over, if somebody like was so hammered they're like puking in the bathroom, or would you be like, period?
I wouldn't notice. I'll probably be in a stall next to them.
What if somebody's like, oh my god, like XYZ's like in the bathroom puking? You'd just be like, yeah, period.
I wouldn't care. I'm like, good, have a good time.
Okay.
Like I want you to like this isn't the first time I've described my wedding as Project X, but like I want people to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I want you to be like drunk and having a good time at my wedding.
And,
that's why there's an open bar. Like, I want you to be like, wow, that was the best night of my life. I'm so sick.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to record an episode in the morning after the wedding. Like do a debrief from bed.
Her idea, not mine.
It was my idea. I feel like that'll be a fun thing to do.
I do. I think that I feel like it's a big commitment.
It is, but I'm so confident we can do it.
Okay.
I feel like how special.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
But
I can't decide if I'm like so 50-50 on if you're going to be like disgustingly hungover, can't move, like puking all day, laying there.
And I will say it is 50-50.
Calling for a late checkout of the hotel, like can't get in the car. Or if you're going to be like, oh, I'm actually fine because like you were so hyped on. I don't know though. I just think the amount of like tequila shot, because you're such a people pleaser. Everyone's going to want to do a shot with you and stuff, and you're going to keep doing it.
Who am I to decline someone that fun?
But that's what I'm saying. So
that experience.
I feel like I'm leaning more towards you're going to be like really sick the next day, just because I feel like you will do so much to the point that.
I feel like though,
but maybe you're a gentleman.
The universe is on my side, and they'll be like, "You deserve to be feeling amazing."
100%.
But I don't know. We'll see. I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think will be the drunkest, like, out of the people that we know? It's, like, in the same.
Keon.
Yeah.
Keon and Halley.
Bachelor?
Not me.
Okay, I figured you weren't talking about yourself. I was just confirming.
No.
Yeah. I got Remy up there.
Yeah, her too. I could see Izzy as well.
Yeah, I'm saying there's a decent amount of influencers. A lot of my friends I've met through work, which I love and appreciate.
I want to see Bridget like so disgustingly fucked up, like that she's
That's like my dream.
Puking. But I just like I feel like she's like drinking a little bit.
She's gonna be like at Tracy the next day.
Yeah, I've never seen her like hungover type. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like finding out though. Because like my wedding starts like earlier in the day and it goes till pretty late. So I'm curious to like who will be the last one standing.
I think Reed will be asleep on the bathroom floor.
Oh, 100%. He'll be curled up at that toilet.
But he'll be pushing everyone to keep going at the after party until like, and then I know Keon will be like.
The second the elevator's there for him to go upstairs, that's when it's going to hit him.
And then he's going, my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on.
The thing is like normally Kevin, like I'm always drunker than Kevin, right? I think Kevin might be the same amount of drunk as me.
Yeah.
That day, which is where I get concerned. Because normally he's like helping me with stuff because like I'm drunker. And so I don't know. I'm curious how that will all go.
Yeah. I think we'll find out soon.
We will find out very soon. Would you be able to date me? If I was like a guy?
No.
Why not? I mean, I knew you were going to say no, but what's your reasoning?
I'm so glad for our friendship, but I'm glad for like the little bit of separation that we do have where I don't think we're compatible to like truly live together. Like if we were roommates.
We wouldn't be friends if we were roommates.
No, we would get in like a brawl.
Like we need our own spaces.
Yeah. Like I feel like there always has to be, like I feel like we would very much butt heads because we're both very like.
We already butt heads.
Well, we're like dominant personalities in the like, I'm like, I want what I want. And you're very much like, but I want what I want. And I feel like you always need that like balance of somebody that's willing to give a little bit or like a lot more go with the flow or chill. And I feel like a lot of times guys do just tend to be that way. Not always, but
I feel like we're very similar in a lot of things that you can't be similar at the same time with.
No, with a partner. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, because I feel like what makes it easy with Reed is like, if I'm just like, I want to go do this and I make this whole plan, he's like, okay.
Yeah,
you know,
same.
but I feel like you'd be like, no,
I have a plan.
Or like you just make a mess and then I'd be like, clean it up. You'd be like, I'm fucking shit to do. Do you not see? Like,
I'm
whatever.
on a business meeting.
Yeah, you'd be like screaming at me. Whereas like if I tell Reed like, you made a mess, clean it up or something, he's like, okay, like cleans it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know, just little shit like that. It would take a lot of like patience that you don't have.
I don't have, no.
For us to be in a relationship and not just work. You are the least patient person, and that's
on the
like
planet. Because I'm so self-aware. I don't own patience at all.
But it's like funny because like my parents used to get mad at me because I was so impatient.
Yeah.
Like they really came at me hard, and I do agree. I'm extremely impatient as well. Like if I want something,
make you seem patient.
I want instant gratification, but you take it to another level of like instant gratification. Like
I don't care what the cost is.
Yeah.
Like I have zero patience.
100%. Or if you have to have patience for something, it's
I'm having the worst anxiety, panic attack of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the worst person to be around. Like, I'm already just sweating just thinking about having to be patient. Like, it's like stressing me out. I like to have control. That's my thing. Like, I'm a planner. I have my stuff.
No, yeah. I am extremely impatient as well. But
also, you're very trusting with things. Like, if it's something that you don't want to do, you'll trust someone else to do it.
I just also don't care that much, but it does bite me in the ass a lot because, like, I'll do stuff to my house and I'll be like, just go in there and do it. They don't do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, I fucked this one up a little bit where I should be, like, more on it. I don't know. So, but I'm always like, I'll work it out. It'll be fine. But I could be better about that.
Period.
Do you think being nice to someone you don't like is being fake?
I think being overly nice to someone that you don't like is being fake. I think being cordial with someone is like the bare minimum, and that you should be.
Yeah.
It depends on disliking someone. Like, that's one thing. There's very few people I don't fuck with. There's two of them, and I can say her name now. The fucking running girl. I don't like her ass. I don't.
You're so glad that came out.
Guys, I have bit my tongue for years. Okay, I have not fucked with that girl. Like, she literally like tried to drag my name for no fucking reason.
All of our names.
Yes, all of our names. But she deleted my comments of me saying I wasn't there, okay?
Well, I think people also were commenting on that video that she made. She called influencers like egomaniacs and all this, like, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But she, like, deleted comments. Like, I think I commented as well, being like, no, it wasn't me. Like, didn't talk to her. And, yeah, she was deleting a bunch of comments. And just in that situation, I think Brand said this, like, you're the mean person if you're letting people's name get dragged through the mud without and making a vague, this person was mean to me without making it clear who it was.
Yeah, but not letting me say I was at home is fucking bonkers. Yeah. And I've held a grudge. There's only 2 grudges I hold, and you guys know the other person, okay? Like, and this shit pissed me the fuck off. I've been pissed about it for 2 years. I have not let it go. I bring it up in private because I'm fucking normal.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, if now where she's getting shit, yeah, I'll say it. Yeah, I don't like her. And you know what? She followed me. And the second I posted that video of me talking about it, she had followed me within 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, you know, I'm glad she still has a career. Good for her.
Yeah. But so
like,
in that
don't be
instance,
rude.
you're saying you wouldn't be nice to anyone.
I would not look her direction.
Yeah, I think it just depends, obviously, like...
But that's what I'm saying. It goes with levels. There's 2 people I will not look your direction. You guys know who they are. Other than that, like, I don't care. Like, there's nothing you can really do to me that makes me dislike you.
Yeah, I think, like, ultimately, I always am nice
would I choose to be everyone's friend? No. But will I be cordial with everyone if they haven't gone out of their way to do something to me? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll always be nice. But, I mean, I'm not going to be like, please, can we go hang out now? Like, you know,
that's just fake as fuck.
Yeah, that's what's fake.
I don't even have the capabilities of acting like that. I cannot fake something to save. If my life was depending on me acting fake towards someone to like be kind, like in a fake way, like when I don't, shoot me now.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it.
I do it sometimes just to like negate an awkward situation. Yeah. And which like.
I sometimes wish I had that.
Yeah.
I don't have that capability. Like I literally cannot try. I try and it's giving nothing. It's
I don't think just being nice, like, hi, how are you? Like, whatever, to somebody you don't like. But, like we have people we don't like, but I'll still talk to them and be like, oh, hi, how are you? What? Are you joking? I'm saying people we just don't like. Like, I'm just like, oh, this person's done this or posted this that I think is weird or annoying that we'll like privately talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if we see them in person, I'll still like, and I'm seated next to them at dinner.
And that too, I will also do.
I'll be like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, whatever. Even if I'm like, this person's posted weird stuff online or like, I don't really fuck with what they say, but I'll still be nice to them.
Be cordial.
But I'm not gonna then like go out of my like, especially like you have to understand also, especially when it comes to like brand events, that is technically like a work event.
Yeah.
And it is like you
it's
wouldn't,
just being professional.
if you didn't like your coworker, you wouldn't go to like a work event and then be rude to them or something or be like, I don't fuck with you. It is kind of the same thing. Look, we all work in this industry. You just want to put on a kind face.
And a lot of times, like, even if you don't like someone, you have overlap with someone to where it just like it's not worth like. It always just makes sense to be normal and kind. I'm never going to be a bitch unless I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, you're not going to like.
I won't even be a bitch. I just won't talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think it's fake. I think it's fake when you go out of your way to say how much you don't like somebody and then go ask them to hang out or like.
Yeah, that's weird as fuck.
Do something with them. You're like, okay, why are you talking shit on them? Like, don't talk shit about somebody if you want to hang out with them, you know?
But I genuinely like everyone that I'm ever around.
I mean, I like, but also I was thinking about this influencer wise, like in New York City, like what I was going back to what I was saying at the beginning of this podcast. I think most of the girls in New York City are the same in person as they are online. Some of them are just more aesthetic, where actually you like them even more, to be honest. You're like,
oh, well, you have a personality outside of what you're posting, but it's good to have a separation. I get that.
Like they're just more aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? Or like whatever. But I think that's why I get along with all of the New York girls is because they are genuinely the same as they are online. Yeah. And I don't know. Yeah.
I think we just really gravitate towards like authentic people.
Yeah, but I think that's how a lot of the New York girls are. Just because I feel like a lot of them just had normal jobs, then just had this work out for them, and they are normal people, you know?
Yeah. What was our most recent fight about?
I have no idea. We haven't really gotten to like a fight in a while.
No, I think so either. What do you think is our most like reoccurring argument? Like our most like that we're constantly like on?
Something that's like small, I wouldn't call this an argument, but I feel like it stems from like a little annoyance of like you being late or like whatever. Like today, it's not, you weren't late actually, but she called me. I was
early.
She was, well, because
I was on time.
This is the thing. She calls me and
but
she
now
goes,
she calculates me being late into her timing.
Which, why should I not? And so this is the, she has told me so many times, I'm walking down. That bitch is so far from walking down. She is going to brush her teeth. She's going to put Fitz in the crate.
My point is, like, I'm trying to be better because I know it's important to you.
Okay, but so I'm saying, excuse me if I'm not a little hesitant because I have the amount of times she said walking down. So I'm walking down. I walk down. I'm standing on the goddamn street waiting for her for like 5 minutes.
Our most recent like screaming in the streets, I've made an effort.
It's always like spilled, sorry, like something, and you're like, what
God
the fuck
forbid
did you
a girl spills.
But I'm saying there's always something where I do not trust it. So today she goes, I'm walking down. I'm like, I'm going to take my sweet ass
I waited
time.
downstairs for 5 minutes.
5 is such a stretch.
Look at our call. Look at the call log.
You did not actually walk down at that time.
I swear to, Fitz is in the crate when I told you that. Because I'm trying to, God forbid, I try to listen to my friends' needs, listen, and then I try to change my behavior.
I appreciate that.
Because apologies without changed behavior is just
manipulation. Okay, Bran.
I'm trying to be a better friend.
Period. No, it's totally okay. But then I don't even care anymore because I'm like, all right, I'm just going to budget in extra time. So I'm actually on time with her.
Yeah.
But then today, obviously, that didn't happen. So then she's like, where are you? I'm like, I was.
Well, I waited down for a couple minutes. I figured you've calculated some time. But then it got to like multiple minutes where I was like, I don't know if she forgot about
Well, then I heard you and I was like, I was always ready to walk down. I was just kind of doing stuff around my apartment because I was like, I'm taking my time. I'm not just standing on the street.
Because I normally overtake around.
But then, then when you said you were down, I was like, all right, I'm ready to actually walk down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but I feel like that, but that's not like a fight. It's just like a little like, whatever.
Yeah. I don't feel like we really have like a reoccurring fight.
No, because if we did, I feel like I would be like, something needs to change.
Yeah, I feel like whenever we have like even something that's slightly reoccurring, we kind of like deal with it right then and there so it doesn't become something. If it's happened more than like 3 times, we're like, this is going to be a thing.
Like, I don't fuck with that in my relationship either. Like,
yeah.
If something is, if we've gotten in a fight about something twice.
That's
like,
a problem.
I'm exaggerating on fight, but I'm saying argument, whatever. On something twice, I'm like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Like, this needs to get fixed.
It goes back to like, if I say something and you acknowledge that you understand what I'm saying, and then you do it again, or like the situation happens again, like that was you just simply not caring enough to follow through with what you said you were going to do, or like whatever it is. It just like that makes me feel like I hate that shit, and I don't fuck with that in the slightest.
No, I can't stand like the being let down on something that you think is like a solved problem, and then like if
we didn't solve it, then why'd you say we solved it?
Yeah,
like
100%.
And if you don't understand like what like it is, like let's get to the deeper root cause, like whatever it is, like you better be fucking crystal clear.
Do you ever start a fight, like just like a little argument, and then you realize like halfway through like you're in the wrong, but then you don't know how to get out of it, and you're just like,
I will say like there are times like where that does happen, but then I look back, I'm like, I was always on my period.
Yeah.
Like I don't really do it that often, but there'll be times like, well, I'll bring something up where it's like, oh, like who's supposed to pack something, right? And I'm like, oh, then like I'll be like, you blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I was actually supposed to fucking pack that. Like that was,
but then you realize you're in deep and you're like, but you don't want to like admit it. Like I
feel like I've gotten better at that recently though, because I'm just like, I'd rather, like, why are we spending more time talking about this? Like, I have to just, I've gotten better at like owning up to things, even when because before, sometimes I would realize I was wrong, and I'd just be like, but I'm not, even though I knew I was. And now I'm like, you know, like, it was on me, period. It's done. I'm not perfect, but
100%.
But today still can be.
100%. No, I do that. Like, I can't even think of an example, but it's like something where it's like, I said I'll do something and then he doesn't do it and then I get mad at him and then I'm like he's like, but remember you said whatever, and then I'm like,
I did fucking say that.
I did fucking say that, and then it's like, but I like, I've gotten better as well. Where like I'll sometimes finish the argument saying I won, but then like, you know, an hour later I'll be like, hey, I am sorry.
Yeah,
that was on me.
I feel like most of like my little tiffs or arguments stem from not having a good calendar, and getting a good calendar really changed my life. I love my skylight.
Yeah, I get that.
Just busy bees. What's one compliment that's always stuck with you? Like your favorite?
I don't really know.
Really?
I don't think I have one.
You don't have a favorite compliment? I feel like you would have one.
No. Because also if somebody like I have, like this might sound stupid, but like I have things I know about myself to be true, good and bad.
That's true.
And I'm like, I know I'm this. Like, I'll be like, I know I'm funny or something. But then I'll also be like, I know X about the way I look. And it doesn't matter if somebody complimented the thing that I hate about myself and was like, this is so good. It would change my opinion none. I'd be like, I still feel this way about, like, if I hate my hooded eyes, I don't really that much.
I still want blepharoplasty.
Yeah, I would still love one, but like whatever. If I really hated my hooded eyes, and somebody's like, "Your eyes are so beautiful," like I do actually get that compliment a lot of times, where people are like, "You have the most beautiful eyes," and I'm like, like I don't know, and it does it does not change my opinion of how I feel. So I feel like compliments don't really stick with me that much because I just have things I know to be true, and not.
Okay.
What is yours?
This is kind of weird, but I like when people compliment Kevin.
Okay.
Like in the sense like people will be like, oh, like he makes so much sense for you. Like he is so like that. Like I like that. Like not that I'm like questioning it, but I like that. Like, because I think before I picked people that I couldn't bring around other people, or people that I would have to like give like a, what's it called?
A warning. Like
a warning about, or like I'd have to give them a rundown, like all that kind of stuff. Like now I've never felt that and never had to do that. So I just like appreciate that.
Yeah, I get that.
But I don't know. That's probably it. If you could switch lives with another influencer for a day, who would you switch with?
Bran or Kennedy.
Okay.
Like, I'd just love to see, like, what goes on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like they're always, like, getting into some shit. They're having, like, a fun little situationship.
They really are.
And I would like to experience those things.
Like, I'm a fan first. I'll be so for real. Kennedy's like, I know what you're talking about. Every story is like, I know what you're referring to. Like, I watch all that shit. Because, like, it's entertaining. I love entertainment. Like, I'm a consumer before a creator.
Okay. Yeah. Who would you switch with?
My first instinct was to say Nara Smith. But I was like, I don't want to cook.
Yeah, I also think
I'm just curious. Like,
but I feel like that's kind of just, like, predictable. It's like, yeah, she's raising her kids. She's like, it's not like what is going to happen today. That's how I
want to
feel.
know, like, I want to know the behind the scenes.
Okay.
That's what I'm curious about. Like, does she really have it all by herself? Like, not saying women can't. But I'm curious, like, what that is like.
Yeah, I get that. That's fair.
So I would say that. That's like my first instinct, but...
Yeah. I would want to just, like, see what happens for a day.
But maybe Alex Earl, to be honest. I'd be curious, like, her flow of... How she's not tired.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think being an influencer has grown your confidence or hurt it?
Hurt it.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone out there who would tell you the opposite, to be honest. Like, I would say, like, 90% of people, their answer would probably be the opposite.
No, I think there's people that it has in a way, like, I guess I don't know. No, it hasn't actually, because I feel like every single thing, which is sad because obviously there is so much like positive reinforcement and everything. So it's sad to say like you question everything, but I used to genuinely be delusionally confident. Like I never thought anything bad of myself. I thought I was amazing, and like, getting humbled is great to an extent, but it is like now I look at every single little tiny thing where I'm overanalyzing everything. I'm like, is this outfit good enough? And I feel insecure to walk into places because I'm like, is somebody going to say I was rude, or is somebody going to say this when I'm not being that way at all? And so it has probably hurt my confidence a lot, where I need to sometimes like get over it and be like, it's not that serious.
Yeah. I'd say in some ways, as far as like being comfortable and anxiety, I feel like it's benefited me, because like it can be in like rooms around people that I couldn't be before, and I would be like way anxious and I couldn't do it. Like for now I'm like, okay, whatever. Like that way it's made me more confident, but overall like self-esteem and like regular confidence day to day, no. Like I also overanalyze everything, and I'm way more, I wouldn't say insecure, because I do like myself, not questioning in that sense, but like I question things more than I used to.
Well, like, God forbid you anything. Oh, your eyebrows look like shit. This. Why do you line your lips like that? Like, whatever.
Everything's so nitpicky.
It's like, oh my God.
And like, no matter what you do, like, I just like, there's no way to not let it affect you to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, even when like you're not paying attention to it, it still will have an effect, and even subconsciously.
Yeah. I do agree, though, exposure therapy wise, of like having to speak to so many people that you don't know. I probably used to would have like been insecure, and
I would avoid those things like as much as I could, and I would like either like leave earlier, like wouldn't even have a conversation, whatever it was, and like now like I can talk to anyone and be fine, whereas before like I literally couldn't. It genuinely has been exposure therapy for my anxiety.
No, I
like
agree.
Now I just have like day-to-day anxiety, but I don't have like social anxiety. But I used to be like, I had like needles coming out of it. It was terrible.
Well, and it makes you like, especially, this might sound stupid, but like meeting people in the street and having to like have a quick like whatever kind of conversation and come up with things to say, if that makes sense.
I'm way more conversational than I used to be.
It is like a good, what's the word? I don't know, but it's helped me a lot
it's been
too.
A good skill to like
because if somebody had come up to me before, I'd be like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
like I don't know what to say. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, what is your name? Where are you from? Like you can have a little conversation.
You can talk to anyone now, whereas before it'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
But it's like the biggest step, I would say.
Yeah.
But everyone say happy wedding to me, because it's happening this weekend.
So crazy.
It's been real. It's been fun, guys. Maybe we'll see you from the bed. We don't know yet, because if I'm feeling up for, maybe you'll be sick for all I know.
I definitely think I've been getting really bad headaches.
Yeah.
Really bad recently, but I think when I stick to like an Aperol.
You're not going to have any tequila on my wedding? That's going to piss me off.
Maybe I'll do like a shot. That's what gets me bad.
Yeah,
like,
but for one time ever?
But I can
give a little.
I can be super drunk and fucked up and having so much fun off Aperol Spritz.
It's with the fact that I want to take a shot of tequila with my maid of honor on my wedding for one singular time.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I'm a pusher. Fucking be mad at me, people. I don't care. Deal with it.
All right.
Anyways, guys, have a great week.
Bye, guys.
It's been great.
Love y'all.